Deep in the Amazon, fishermen speak of a presence in the water. They call it the Yakumama, the mother of the water. They say it doesn't always attack. Sometimes, it just watches. One local man tells a story of his canoe being nearly capsized by something huge. And when he looked, he saw two unblinking eyes just below the surface, following his every move. He described them as cold, intelligent, and ancient. So, is this just a campfire story passed down through generations? Or is a real river monster stalking the murky waters of the Amazon? The line between myth and reality gets awfully blurry in the heart of the jungle. And today, we're going to find out what's really down there. For centuries, stories of the Yakumama have echoed along the riverbanks of South America. The name itself, from the Quechua language, translates to Mother of Water, a title that suggests both creation and destruction. In folklore, the Yakumama isn't just a snake. She's an ancient spirit, the mother of all aquatic life and a guardian of the river's sacred depths. But this guardian is terrifying. Legends claim she can grow to an almost unbelievable size, with some accounts describing a beast stretching up to 160 feet or nearly 50 meters, a creature far longer than any known snake on the planet. Her body is said to be as thick as a fallen tree, with dark shimmering scales providing the perfect camouflage in the muddy river. Tales passed down from shaman to apprentice paint a chilling picture. They say the Yakumama has the power to suck up any living thing that ventures within 100 paces of it. Some stories claim it creates whirlpools powerful enough to swallow fishing boats whole, dragging them and their occupants into a watery grave. It's why fishermen have historically carried a conch horn, blowing it before entering a new stretch of water, believing the sound would force the serpent to reveal itself if it was lying in wait. Even seasoned explorers have been haunted by these accounts. The famed early 20th century explorer Percy Fawcett, who spent years mapping the uncharted jungle, reported his own encounter with a giant snake he claimed was over 60 feet long after he shot it. While scientists at the time ridiculed the claim and it remains unverified, it's just one of a mountain of stories suggesting something colossal calls the Amazon home. Some versions of the legend even describe the Yakumama with strange, horn-like protrusions on its head, a detail that adds another layer of mystery to the tale. Beyond the ancient folklore, modern encounters keep the legend alive. These aren't just stories from a forgotten time. They're raw, terrifying accounts from people who have looked into the abyss and felt something look back. Imagine paddling a small canoe along a quiet tributary. The water is like glass, the air thick with the drone of insects. Suddenly, the water ahead begins to boil. A wake, not from a boat, but from something massive moving just beneath the surface, heads right for you. Panic sets in. You paddle furiously, your heart hammering against your ribs as the unseen force passes directly underneath. You don't see the whole thing, but you see enough. A section of a dark, patterned body, wider than your canoe, sliding by, your left shaking with a story you know few will believe, but that you will never forget. Another account comes from a group of researchers setting up camp near the water's edge. As dusk fell, one of them noticed what he thought was a submerged log near the opposite bank. He paid it little mind until, an hour later, He realized the log had moved closer. Through his binoculars, the horrifying truth dawned on him. It wasn't wood. It was the coiled body of a snake of impossible size. The most terrifying part? The head was raised slightly out of the water, motionless, and it seemed to be observing their camp. The team packed up and left quietly, terrified by the feeling of being watched, of being assessed, by a predator whose size defied all logic. There are countless stories from local fishermen who have lost their nets not torn or snagged, but dragged away with enough force to snap the ropes like thread. Others have seen capybaras, large rodents the size of a dog, vanish from the water's edge in a violent splash. But the most common thread in all these accounts is the chilling sensation of being watched. Long before the creature is ever seen, people report an instinctual alarm that they are being hunted. It's this psychological element, the silent, observing predator, that makes the Yakumama so deeply unsettling. It's not just a monster, it feels like an intelligence. These stories are compelling, chilling, and strangely consistent. But could they be sightings of a known, real-life giant? Is there an animal that already lives in these rivers, an apex predator of immense size and power, capable of inspiring such profound fear? The answer is a definite yes. To investigate the Yakumama, we have to confront its living, breathing counterpart, the magnificent and terrifying green anaconda. Before we write off the legends as fantasy, let's ask, just how big can a real river monster get? The answer might surprise you. The green anaconda, Eunectes murinus, is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the snake world. While the reticulated python may grow longer, the anaconda is far more massive, a creature of pure condensed power. The largest scientifically verified green anaconda ever recorded measured 27.7 feet long, 8.43 meters, and was estimated to weigh over 500 pounds or 227 kilograms. Its girth can be as wide as a man's torso. This isn't legend, it's a biological fact, and this incredible animal shares its home with the legend of the Yakumama. Anacondas are masters of aquatic ambush. They spend most of their lives in and around the slow-moving rivers and swamps of the Amazon basin. Their bodies are perfectly built for this lifestyle. Their eyes and nostrils are on the very top of their heads, allowing them to remain almost entirely submerged while they scan the surface for prey. This creates that classic, chilling image from the sightings. Two eyes watching from just below the water. They aren't chasers. They are patient stalkers. They lie in wait, a living periscope of death, relying on stealth and surprise. When they strike, it's with explosive force. As constrictors, their method is terrifyingly efficient. They seize their prey, which can include caiman, deer, capybaras, and even jaguars, with powerful jaws lined with backward-facing teeth designed just to hold on. Then, they wrap their immensely muscular coils around the victim. With every breath the animal exhales, the snake tightens its grip until the animal succumbs to suffocation. And what's more, our understanding of these giants is still evolving. In early 2024, scientists announced a stunning discovery. What we thought was one species of green anaconda is actually two. While filming a documentary, researchers identified the northern green anaconda Eunectes arapaima. This new species, which split from its southern relative about 10 million years ago, is 5.5% different genetically. For comparison, humans and chimpanzees differ by only about 2%. Some of the largest individuals measured were part of this northern species, and indigenous partners on the expedition reported seeing even larger specimens. This discovery proves that the Amazon still holds monumental secrets. If a new species of one of the planet's largest vertebrates can hide in plain sight, what else is lurking in those depths? So, could a 27-foot 500-pound green anaconda be mistaken for a 100-foot mythical serpent? It's more plausible than you might think. Perception, especially in a moment of sheer terror, is a funny thing. An anaconda's entire body is rarely seen all at once. An observer might just catch glimpses of separate coils breaking the surface meters apart, and their mind could easily connect the dots to form a single, impossibly long creature. A massive 25-foot snake swimming in murky water, its full body obscured, could easily create the impression of a much larger animal. The sheer thickness and power of a giant anaconda are enough to make anyone question what they're seeing. The wake it produces, the violent struggle, as it takes down large prey, these events match the legendary accounts almost perfectly. That legend about the Yakumama sucking in prey, it's a pretty good folkloric description of an anaconda's terrifying ambush from the water's edge. And the feeling of being watched? That's the anaconda's primary hunting strategy. So, while there's no scientific evidence for a 100 or 160-foot serpent, almost every key behavior attributed to the Yakumama can be explained by the green anaconda. The legend is likely an exaggeration, a cultural magnification of a very real and very dangerous animal. The Yakumama, the 160-foot mother of the water, may be a myth, but the monster is real. It is the green anaconda, a serpent of immense size and power that truly does watch from the water's edge. The legends are a testament to the profound respect and fear this incredible predator has inspired in people for centuries. The Amazon has not given up all its secrets. With the recent discovery of the northern green anaconda, we're reminded that giants still roam our planet, hidden in the murky waters of the world's greatest wilderness. It just makes you wonder, what other secrets are still waiting just beneath the surface? What do you think? Is the Yakumama a real, undiscovered species, or the legendary echo of the giant anaconda? Drop a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and journey with us again as we unearth more secrets of the unknown.